What do you say we talk about the best speakers ever? No, seriously. Hello guys, how are you? David DeFranco here from davidfranco.com, as well as thefrancouniversity.com. I just launched that website last Thursday. Check it out right below. That website is perfect if you're looking to do what I do, create video content for a living. So guys, let's talk about the Vanatoo Transparent 1 speakers. Okay, so I have to thank Vanatoo for two reasons. Vanatoo, thank you very much. Number one, for sending these speakers out my way. And number two, Vanatoo, thank you for quite literally changing my outlook on audio. These are the best speakers I have ever used on my Mac. And I'm not just saying that. The audio quality is just outstanding. But I'll praise them even more in a moment. First, let's talk about some specs. Alright, so we have 3 digital inputs, optical, coaxial, and USB, as well as 1 analog input, your standard headphone jack, otherwise known as 3.5mm. We have 60 watts per channel for power output. The tweeter is a 1-inch silk dome. And finally, we have 5.25-inch woofers. So all those specs, do they mean something? Hell yeah, they do, because these speakers do not disappoint. So allow me to talk about the things that I personally loved using them on my Mac Pro setup. Alright, so first of all, one of my favorite things about these speakers is the fact that they are self-powered. Okay, so for my setup, the right channel is my amp, which means that one speaker powers both speakers. In other words, there's no need for an external amp or receiver, and that alone is huge. It's a big space saver for me. We have plenty of onboard controls from bass to treble and obviously to master volume, which in my opinion are all very convenient, because it amazes me how some of these professional grade speakers don't have onboard controls. But thankfully the Vanatoo Transparent 1 speakers do. So thank you Vanatoo for including them. Okay, so like I said, we do have plenty of connections to use, which I just think is awesome, because I'm a huge fan of having the option. Again, from coaxial to optical to USB, and of course the 3.5mm, it's going to be hard to find a connection that will not suit your needs. But even then, we have a subwoofer out. Now, I have a lot to say about this, but I'm going to try to keep this short. Vanatoo very proudly praises the fact that you will not need a subwoofer with these speakers because the bass response apparently is very impressive. And I have to agree with them. The bass response is surprisingly impressive. However, in Vanatoo, I mean this with all due respect, I'm the kind of user who likes true thumping, room-shaking bass. So the fact that you did include a subwoofer out, I wish I could hug you. Seriously, between the outstanding audio quality and the option of adding my own Polk Audio 10-inch sub, this is simply a killer setup and I could not be happier. Alright, so speaking from my own personal point of view, you guys know I love design. Design is important to me, and simply put, I cannot use speakers that are, well, for the lack of a better word, ugly. I don't like ugly products. And thankfully, the Vanatoo Transparent 1s do not disappoint in this category. They're simple, they're elegant, and in my opinion, they're beautiful. Look at them. Simple, black design. You can't go wrong with that. They're not gaudy, they're not too flashy, they're simplistic, and that's exactly how I prefer it. So speaking about the sound quality, I'm not gonna pretend to be an audiophile, but I will say this, the mids, the highs, and the lows, all impressive to my ears. And let me tell you, the sound quality, so drastically different coming from my previous Logitech setup. Now Logitech, if you happen to be watching, I love you guys. You guys have done a lot for me. Products are simply great, but they do not compare to the Vanatoo Transparent 1s. And now he's hitting the tripod. All right, that's what happens when you try to make reviews in a house with pets. But anyway, the sound quality is simply outstanding. Now to give you an example, I'm gonna play some audio right now. Hopefully I won't get hit with copyright, but keep in mind, there's only so much you're going to hear in this video, but you had to take my word for it. The sound quality is just fantastic all around. Enjoy. And now wrapping up this portion of the video, I do have to say there is no Bluetooth built into the speakers. However, I checked Vanatoo's website before making this video, and I'm happy to say that they do sell a Bluetooth bundle, they call it, where basically you get the same exact speakers, but they throw in a Bluetooth adapter that you can plug in to the power on the back, and then I believe routes a 3.5mm cable from the adapter into the amp itself. Again, I believe that's how it works. But hey, I mean, if you're looking to stream Bluetooth audio to these speakers, then you might want to look at that adapter. Now, me personally, I don't need that. I do everything on my Mac, and as you can see, my iPad Pro is there as well, so I get audio out of their own sources. But still, the option is there, so if you want to take advantage of it, why not? So the question of the day, are these speakers worth a whopping $500? All right, so this is the way I look at it. You're basically getting pro-level audio in a consumer package. And that's perfect for me. Again, I'm no audiophile, but I appreciate the hell out of good audio and good hardware and good design. And these speakers are just outstanding in all those categories. So to wrap up that little portion, yes, these speakers are easily worth it. $500, it may seem like a lot of money, but when you factor in that these will be the speakers that you'll use for years to come, well, in my opinion, $500, it suddenly doesn't seem so bad, does it? So I'm just gonna say that. Buy them right now. You will not be disappointed. I love them. Oh, and by the way, one more quick shout out to Vanatoo. You guys were nice enough to give me those little speaker stands to put on my desk. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. It's just, I gotta be honest, I wasn't a big fan of the design, so I invested in my own pair of speaker stands, as you can see right behind me on the left channel. I bought that pair for $99. So if you guys are interested in buying these speakers and the speaker stands, both those products are listed right below in the video description. You know what I like to say? Plus, I stole this from Parks and Rec. Treat yourself. So Vanatoo, thank you so much for making this video possible. I'm gonna go enjoy these speakers even more. They are truly awesome, and I look forward to seeing what other products you come out with in the future. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I will see you in my next video. Peace.